Hi, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Behind the Scenes with Mela Couture. Today, we're going to be talking about behind the scenes of the bridal industry.
First of all, cheers.
Okay, yes.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers, girl. I'm so glad that you're my first guest.
Ooh. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited that I am your first guest.
Yes.
Lucky me.
Yes, I have my beautiful, beautiful Miss Rowe Jones. She is an excellent ATL hairstylist, bridal hairstylist, might I say. Miss Rowe Jones has been featured in Atlanta Style Wedding magazine, and she's also in Voyage ATL. Okay, they had a big spotlight on her because she is one of the best hairstylists that you can book for your wedding. Miss Rowe, how are you doing today?
I am great. I'm very excited to be here with you today.
Yes, I'm so glad that you chose to come with me to talk about the bridal industry and all of the experience that we have doing in the bridal industry. What is some of the motivation behind your being a hairstylist, being in the bridal industry for so long? Just let me know a little bit about yourself and, why you do what you do.
Hey everyone, I am Rowe. I go by Rowe the Stylist on Instagram. I've been a licensed hairstylist now since 2015, and I absolutely love what I do. I have been an entrepreneur now for the last 7 years or 6 years. I started off in the salon in Beaufort. I was based out in Beaufort. I went to
Georgia.
Yep. I went to CUNY Academy, but the time that I went there, it was called the Process Institute of Cosmetology.
Oh, wow.
Ended up getting my hair designer license there. I worked with that company for a few years before I branched out finally in 2019 and opened up my own salon. It's called Salon Rowe. I'm now based in Lawrenceville, Georgia. I've just recently opened up my second salon.
Okay.
I closed down my first one. Thank you. And I've now opened up a second location. I had a traumatic experience.
Oh no! At your first salon or your?
Oh well, yeah. While I was at my first salon, I ended up having an injury. I broke my ankle. And so I had a gap in my career, but I'm back now.
Okay.
And I'm going back into the bridal hair.
Okay. Sometimes we do have some traumatic things that happen to us, throughout our journey in life. But how has that impacted you, with the injury you had and coming back to the industry?
It's been a journey. It has been a journey. I've definitely had my struggles, but I'm very excited to be back. Doing hair, it's very taxing on the body. And when we're doing these standing, I'm doing these weddings, and the weddings are about 7 to 20.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, insane. Okay.
A lot of bridesmaids, a lot of women. So I'm on my feet often. I'm also traveling for these weddings as well. And so it was a challenge trying to kind of get back into everything because my ankle, it's not 100%. It happened at the end of 2023. But still, it's just it's a healing process. But I'm so happy to be back at it, and I just got to push forward and get it done. These brides got to look good.
They do, and you know what? The end of the day, I hate to say this, brides, we know, it doesn't matter what's happening with us. You got to show up. Broken ankle, broken hand, it doesn't matter. They want you there. So I do applaud you just for taking the time to make sure that you were healthy and well to come back. Because this is a very demanding industry. The bridal industry is very demanding. And sometimes you do suffer from burnout. But I feel like people like us who is driven by our passion, which is being there for the bride, it kind of subsides to all the stuff that we deal with in life. We just still have to take, put our face on, not even necessarily a face, but to put our best foot forward when we show up. Yeah. And then when it's time for us to put it on for ourselves, sometimes it's like we're still struggling to make a difference between self and the bridal industry or our business in general.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I've been following Rowe on social media, on Instagram, and I saw her. I was like, wow, she is amazing. She was just putting out the work. Okay. Yeah. And then we somehow met each other. When I moved to Georgia, I started meeting all the people that I follow online. So that's a good thing. I can say that moving to Georgia, you do kind of meet people along the way. And I was so happy to meet you at a bridal convention in, where were we at?
I think it was Alpharetta.
Yes.
The Avalon. Yeah.
The Avalon. Yeah, we were at the Avalon, and I actually had a stand. Now, the whole bridal stand thing is a whole nother thing. Like trying that's a whole nother episode. But being there, you get to meet a lot of different people from all different walks of life in the bridal industry. So this particular day, I was doing what I do best, handing out free glasses of champagne. Okay. Mm-hmm. That was the way.
That's how she got me.
Yeah.
And she done got me again.
That's like the best way. It was funny is I told my husband when we were doing the setup, I said, you have to have something to bring people to the table. You can't just be standing there saying, hey, come. So I would when you would sign up and give us your information, I would give you the glass of champagne. Mm-hmm. So what was your first impression when you saw this?
She had such good energy. You had amazing energy. She was flowing. She was in her element. She had a beautiful setup of everything. And it was just, she had an intriguing, I wanted to go over there and speak with you and talk with you. To see what it was, right? To see what was going on. And she was handing out that champagne. So I'm on the way.
Right.
I'm on the way. And then I spoke to her and then I heard her accent.
Oh my goodness.
And that's also where we had a connection because I'm from PG, Maryland.
She is from PG, Maryland. Like, this is insane. Right.
But I've lived in Atlanta now for well longer than I've even lived in up north. But I still claim it for sure. It's a part of me. That's where I'm from. And my mom still lives there. So I'll visit from time to time. So.
But that's what the connection was. Like, you said my accent, right? My accent, I'm still trying, you guys. Like
listen, and I love it. No, it gives me my reminder that I need. Like that's still home, so I love it. Don't lose it.
Yeah. So what did you do back in Maryland? What did you do?
Well, I moved down when I was probably about 12 or 13. Oh, so I was young. Like I was really young when I moved. So I've really been here for almost like 20 years now, actually.
And you started here.
And I started here. Yeah.
Okay.
I started here. I went to high school here, and then I went to cosmetology school right after.
I love that.
Go to college or anything. I went right to school, cosmetology school, because I knew that's what I wanted.
So what were you doing at the show that day? Just
it was networking for me. Okay. I went to network. I didn't have a setup. I didn't have a stand or anything there at the show. She did, but I went more so to just make my own connections, connect with other vendors. Yes. So that's something else I've kind of been in the season of is just like reconnecting with people because we need one another.
We do,
especially in this industry. Like we can all really win, and so.
Yeah, it was great. It was great when you came. Your energy was great too. You were with a friend, and you guys came over and you were telling how much you love to stand and like, what do you do? What is concierge? Like, so many people had so many questions, and I think that's what stood out the most. Being at a show like that, when there was a lot of food vendors, like photographers, wedding dresses. Now, don't get me wrong, I could do a bad custom dress, but that day I was just promoting my concierge service. So I want brides to see that you can have the VIP treatment on your wedding day. A lot of celebrities have it every day. They do it every day. They have their hair and makeup done. They have people just bring them everything. And I just want your wedding day to be like that day. So what is the difference? So brides can understand why hairstylists charge a little bit more and it's not just because you just want to charge more, you know? So elaborate a little bit more on that.
Okay. You are not lying on any single part of that. Like, it is a hectic and a crazy, crazy day on the day of.
The day of, yes.
But it's on a day like that, I just feel like, why are you cheating yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you cheat yourself on a day like that? I think it's so important to invest in a good hairstylist on the day of. It's your wedding day. And these are pictures that are going to last forever. And you don't ever want to look back at your wedding pictures and be like, why didn't I just hire somebody to do my hair? Because what was I thinking, you know? Now, even if you know how to do your hair yourself, which there are some talented, beautiful women out there who could just do it. I saw another video where a bride, she ended up doing her hair herself on her wedding day and it came out beautiful. However, I just feel like that's a day that you should get pampered and that you should get loved on and that you should not have to literally lift a finger.
Yes.
And so I think that's where the hairstylist and the bridal team and the makeup team and the concierge comes in to just make the entire experience better for you and less stressful. And we could get you down your aisle to your man without any stress. For sure. And then the pricing. I'm so happy that you mentioned that because I am in that situation where I do have a salon. My salon prices are different than wedding day service prices. Okay. And it's different because the services are different. I'm traveling to get to you depending on where you are. In addition to that, I might be servicing maybe 7 to 10 women back to back.
For the bridal party.
For the bridal party,
yes.
you know, I'm not just going there for just like, you know, just one.
Yes.
I'm working with other. So there's a lot more that goes into getting your hair done on your wedding day. And I think that's why, I mean, the skill is different. The styling is different. I'm not giving my in-salon clients, like, you're not wearing an updo to work.
Right. Exactly. I mean, right.
Now, some of you can, some of you do, but you know, I'm in the salon. I'm doing more like hair care. I might do like a wash and a silk press or wash. It's more like the everyday. I'm just taking care of the actual hair. But on wedding day, I'm really putting effort and detail into this look that I'm trying to give you, and I'm making sure that your hair is perfect for the rest of your entire life. Yes. Pictures that you're going to hold on to. So, so that is, it's definitely a price difference. And I think you pay for what you get, and not saying that it needs to be the most expensive, but at the same time, if you invest in a really good hairstylist, this is more than just the ordinary. So you might have to buy some longer bundles. You may have to get hair jewelry placed in the hair. You may have to, like, there's just a lot more that goes into putting together a look for your wedding day versus your regular day. And so maybe it's just, again, I kind of have to circle back to just not really truly investing in the look that you want. And you know, you want to look like this phenomenal woman, and you will, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. But you do have to go the extra mile sometimes to like use some extensions or use, but you know, not necessarily for everyone. I just think that in some situations and in some cases, the goals might be unrealistic when you're not wanting to invest in you know, making that look happen. Yes. No, but it's so important though. It's so important. And I just think you just need to make the extra effort.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
It's one day, you know.
It's one day. Yes.
And it's in a very important day. Like, this is some of the days that like we dream about and you know, that we've always wanted for ourselves since we were a little girl.
Yes.
And it's finally here. So take the extra step and invest. Yes. For sure. You won't be disappointed.
Amen, girl. What advice would you give to the upcoming hairstylist that's coming in the industry and wants to be a part of the industry? Like, how you feel as we can help them or inspire them? We can inspire them.
Practice makes perfect. Like, if it is something that you really want to get into, I think it's an amazing industry to get into, and it's very niched. And we're in Atlanta, and it's so heavily saturated with a lot of hairstylists, but to find a bridal hairstylist is much different than just finding your regular, like, just go-to stylist. Watch those videos, learn
the YouTube videos.
Watch those YouTube videos. YouTube University.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. But practice makes perfect. Get you a mannequin. You know, put in the work. Get you people who like, hey, let me style your hair, even if you have to start it off at discounted prices, so on and so forth. For me, my story was a little bit different because I worked in a salon that taught me those things, and I didn't necessarily have to start it on a mannequin head or anything like that.
A live person.
I got a chance to do it on people only because these girls were going to prom. That's how I started. Like, prom hair, you know, that's elevated. These prom hair, these are
like bridal.
They're like bridal. It's like weddings, right?
It is.
So I started it on prom and homecoming and looks like that. And it eventually, I did enough of those that eventually I elevated to like weddings and learned that I was like, okay, I really like, you know, when you see, you know, my inspiration to start doing more looks for, it's just not common for a bride to usually do that.
Right, I know, right?
But like Bridgerton, like Bridgerton. The hair and like Bridgerton, like that whole, like you know,
Marge Simpson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those big looks like that takes skill. And
let me tell you, it does a lot of skill, and they don't teach that.
They don't teach that.
You have to learn it.
And I love that you could just be creative with it. So for a upcoming hair stylist that is looking to get in the bridal industry, if you have, you know, you have an artistic side to yourself or a creative side to yourself, that would be an amazing field to go into, because it gives you more than just a wash and a cut.
Let me tell you.
Not that that's not hitting as well, you know, but when you get to really put your, you know, vision into a hair look, I love that.
It comes together. Hair, makeup, dress, it all one look. You know what I'm saying? The bridal team.
Yeah.
A bridal team. Okay. Now you do have hairstylists that work separate, makeup artists that work separate, stylists, work separate. But the goal is to build your ultimate team. So being in the bridal industry, I've learned to try to network as much as possible with, when I do show up to the wedding day, to network with the hairstylist, the makeup artist, the vendors, just to keep contact. So that's another way that you can kind of, get people's phone numbers and, trying to link up after, or just trying to sit down and have a conversation. That's pretty much what we'll be doing today, because I really want this to be an inspirational type of podcast / YouTube channel. So, okay, Miss Rowe. So why were you so passionate about what you do?
I really love seeing other women happy. And I think, to speak to the Black woman and some of the struggles that we face.
Oh, wow.
And I think one of the best feelings in the world is when you get your hair done.
Yes.
When you get your hair done, it's something different about it. Like when you got your hair done, you got your nails done, you put your clothes on right. It just makes a woman feel very, very good about herself. And I just love helping others feel beautiful about themselves. And it's crazy because that's not always been my story, my journey. Like, I feel like I definitely suffered a little bit with just, depression and not always seeing my true beauty. I know it may look like it.
Yes,
I'm always trying to, but I also struggled at some point in time with just self-confidence and beauty. And I just think that when you get your hair done, it just activates a different level of you, of happiness. So yeah, I love it because I really get to help somebody else see their true self.
I can see that.
So yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yes, I love that. I love that about you. I love how passionate you are about your clients. I love how on point you are. Like, you listen very well. Like, so I sent her pictures prior, some inspirational photos, and then she executed it like more actually better than what I wanted. So I'm glad that you were able to reference it and make it your own. That's a good thing about being a hairstylist or stylist, period. Like, you have to make it your own. Yeah. So, for sure. Yes, I love that.
I'm sure that's probably the case for you too. Like when you're making dresses as well, like I'm sure people come to you and give you a vision that they're looking for. Do you ever like add your own flair into when you
make do it all the time.
Dresses into, or give them recommendations for how to jazz it up even more?
I feel like with brides, you have more room to give them more inspiration. Like I started out with prom. So a lot of prom girls, once they see it, that's what they want. They don't want you to add nothing else. They just want it just like that. And with the whole copywriting thing that's been happening, I mean, like people stealing other people's designs and things like that. So you have to be very careful on what you recreate. So I say, hey, I can recreate this for you, but we can make it your own. So meaning it may not be exactly the right same stones. It may not be exactly, but I can make it familiar. If anything, I'm going to make it better. And I think that's the most things I get, like, as far as making clothes. It's just, oh, wow, it came out way better than what I expected. And I think for you too, like, what is your best like compliment like people give you for your styles or your work?
You know what? I think it's also because I'm so like business minded and focused. I really care about my brand and the experience that I give to my brides. And so I think my greatest compliment has been just their overall experience of me. Not just me doing their hair and making sure that I execute like the look, but just everything else. Like, I really think it's important to show up as your best self, especially in the wedding industry. That day can be so stressful by itself on the bride from other people that I don't want to be that person to make a bride's day any more stressful. And I think the look, I think some of the most important roles, not everybody who takes on doing a wedding or is a part of planning a wedding or helping for a wedding is important.
Yes.
But I feel like there's a little extra emphasis on the women that are helping the bride get ready.
Yes. That is
every detail is important. And it's, of course the venue needs to look pretty. Of course the reception needs to look pretty. The ceremony hall, all of that needs to look pretty. Of course that is a part of it. But this is the woman who's about to walk down that aisle. Her look is very important. And so I really think that the hairstylist, the seamstress, the bridal concierge, who's really dealing with the bride one-on-one,
hands-on, right,
and hands-on are very important people. So
yes, and I think even as you being behind, like, you know, we see everything. You know what I'm saying? So we're behind the scenes, seams in a sense, but you being the person behind the bride getting the hair done, you see all the people that's coming in. Like, you know, I have had not a hairstylist, I think it was a makeup artist that one time who said, don't come in here. I was like, that's not me. Like, I had to let her know, like, no, man, that's not me. I'm coming here to diffuse the situation. I'm not coming here to escalate. I knew exactly what she was going to go with it. I knew exactly what she was going to try to say. Like, don't come in here, because normally I'm the one that do that. I'm the one that come in the room, clear the room out.
Okay.
Who do you want in this space?
Hello.
And I
so I have a question.
Okay.
Because also too, being in the wedding industry and now finally getting to see how many hands in this special day, because bridal concierge is a new concept for me as well. I've been in the industry for a little while, but everybody doesn't have bridal concierge. Like, first of all, you're that girl if you have a bridal concierge.
Let me tell you,
you're that girl. You're very much so that girl.
Yes,
to have a bridal concierge. So, how does your role differ from like the wedding planner? Because I've been in weddings where I'm doing the hair and stuff, and I regulate my own.
You do
my own. I stay in my lane when it comes. You know, I do my own thing. I give, if I need to, I'll give a timeline of like who I'm doing first and the styles and stuff like that. But a lot of the time, that's the role of the planner as well. So how does your role differ from the planner's role?
So that's a good question, because I do feel like we are two separate entities, meaning I'm hands-on with the coordinator, but the coordinator plans a lot prior to the wedding. I'm more of the problem solver in a sense. Like a lot of times a wedding vendor person, she's being pulled. She's trying to get the florists up. She's trying to make sure all the vendors are there. So she's being bombarded with a bunch of other stuff that's outside of the wedding. So when I come in, I call myself the fairy godmother of the day. So when I come in, yes, honey, Cinderella. I call it the Cinderella experience. I call all of it because I come in 3 hours, maybe sometimes 3 to 4 hours prior to the wedding venue. When I get there, the bride most likely is in hair and makeup. Typically, that's normally the vibe. They're in hair and makeup. So when I come in, I meet with the coordinator hands-on first and introduce myself. Hey, I'm Melissa Tour. Okay, I'm here to help you for the day. Like, if you need anything, exchange contact information, text us, because we text a lot. I always have the wedding itinerary, but I'll just ask again. Wedding itinerary, let her know that, hey, I'm here for you. Okay, I am here for you. I am here to help your day go. Like, don't take it out on me. Okay. Take it out on the food vendor that's late. I'm here. Okay. So that's what I do. So I come in, I assess the room, and if the vibe is off, I quickly change it up. What type of music? If there's no music playing, most time it's not. What's your favorite music? I have my speaker, get the music going. Then I kind of go into introduce myself to the hair and makeup staff, because I'm pretty sure they'll be there, and I'll ask them, how's everything going? And everything's all going great. Because you can kind of feel the thickness, or you can feel the stressness, like the stress or of the day. Like, you can kind of gauge it when you kind of first walk in. So once I get the champagne, once I just introduce myself to the bradal party, I have to do that too, because a lot of times I kind of just walk in and I be glammed. So people be looking like, who the hell is she? Coming in here and talking about something, clean the room. Like, what? I'm like, hey guys, I'm Mella. Okay. I'm here to assist the bride today. I am her concierge service. I'm going to help her get dressed. You guys will be able to help, but I am here. Yeah. She hired me to be here to help her from head to toe. Yeah. So you guys, I do everything: lotion, jewelry, period, everything. Like, make sure you smell. I mean, I have a whole checklist. Bring everything, okay? Yeah. So I do everything. I'm literally in the room with you in the thick of it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty much your best friend for the day. Now, I do have a lot of best friends that try to step in, which is fine. You don't know me. I understand. They're like, well, I can do it. I'm like, she paid me to do it. And they're like, okay. And then I had the moment with the photographers, because a lot of them want to help, like, show her get zipped. Like, I understand all of it, like the photos. And so I have my moments where I'll do it halfway. I'll have people step in, get your photo shots. But I'm really there for the bride. Like, I'm really there to make sure, like, if I see you starting to go, I had this one experience. The bride, she received her bouquet the day of, right? Yeah. The bouquet was not what she wanted, girl. When she seen that bouquet, she started boo-hoo and just had the makeup done.
Oh no.
Started boo-hoo and crying. I said, We are not doing this today. Like, she was like, wait, this is not my wife. Took the bouquet, put it on the other side of the room so she won't look at it. Gave her some more champagne.
Champagne is gonna always get
fix the job done. Girl, wipe them tears so the makeup artist come back over and fix her up. We're not doing that today. The flowers, it is what it is, okay? You can handle that later.
Love to see.
And she was like, okay. But yeah, so I'm like I said, I just want people to know that it is a such a thing.
Yeah.
Is having someone there just for you. Let your moms have a break. Let your bridesmaids have a break. Let them actually enjoy the day. Like, actually, let them be a part of the day. Like, instead of being there hustling, bustling, running shoes on, half on, like half dress zip. Like, just relax. Enjoy the champagne. Enjoy making the TikToks. Enjoy your bride being pampered. Like, you don't have to do it now. Don't get me wrong. You have some brides who want their moms to do it or they want their best friends to do it, which is fine. I completely understand. Mm-hmm. But I still know how to pace myself and pocket myself in where it's needed. So that's pretty much it. Like, I just want your day to be just beautiful. It's the perfect start to your wedding day. That's it. That's all. So please tell me about some crazy that happened with you. Like, just a crazy experience that you had. Because I know there's so many of them. I have a few, but I want you to start.
You know what? I've never really had a crazy experience, honestly and truly. Like
nobody ever I don't like it. Or somebody just...
No. So you know what? I will say also in my full career of doing bridal and wedding hair now, I've never truly had like a true bridezilla. I've had women who are very particular.
Okay. But not...
And I think that's a big difference because bridezilla to me says...
nothing you do.
She's flipping tables.
Yes,
like
nothing you do makes her
completely happy. Yeah, exactly. Like I've never experienced it, and I'm so very thankful for that. But I'm not perfect, so of course I've had at least one or two brides that is just like, they like it, but maybe they don't love it. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And those brides, I mean, it still wasn't a crazy. Wasn't a crazy encounter. Okay. I think what just happened is I did the best that I can do to try to get it to exactly, mm-hmm. What she wanted. Mm-hmm. I kind of tried to break down. Again, I tried to listen to what it is that she wants. Yes. And speaking of that too, just a side note, I think that's also why trials are important. They're just kind of connecting with the bride prior to wedding day to really make sure that you're getting the look that you want. Because the day comes and it's like, you think it's like this and then you see it and it's like, So the two instances that did happen to me, unfortunately, they didn't get a trial with me. And so I think that's just natural and inevitable for that to happen. There may be some sort of disconnect. Yes, right. But usually I always try my best to deliver. And if I can't deliver on that situation, mm-hmm. then I try to break it down. Okay, what don't you like? How can I fix this?
Absolutely.
If there is a way to fix it.
Which it is. It's always a way. It's always a way.
Always a way. Yes. Always a way. So I always try to do my due diligence to make sure I give the bride exactly what she wants.
I love that. I love that. So it's no nothing. Yeah. There's nothing right.
I love that for me, honestly. Yeah. I really love that for me because anything can happen on wedding day. Like anything. I've been in situations where things are starting to run outside of you. Yeah. I had things I started to run behind, but there's never been
something that stands out that was crazy.
Yeah. Fortunately, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. So, and I'm banking on that for my future brides. We're never gonna run into any issue. It's not happening so far.
Not if I'm there. Not if we're there.
Okay.
Not if we're there. Okay. Because when I tell you, if the zipper breaks, I have my sewing machine. I don't know how to hand sew anything, but anything. Because we drinking champagne, some people have red wine. Spill your wine on your dress. Oh my God.
Your moments would definitely be more intense than mine. Because mine is just like, okay, the hair's not curling, or it's not
staying out, or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it rains. It rains and then it could mess up the style.
Yeah. But for me, I also take a step further to really make sure I am asking all the questions I need to ask prior to wedding day to make sure that there is no disconnect come the end of it. So again, I'm not perfect. And the two times that it happened, it was just more so okay, I just want this. It wasn't big things that needed to be fixed. So fortunately, I was able to just kind of tweak it a little bit and get it back to what she wants. But
that's good.
That's great. For you, for sure, girl, if somebody's put wine on my wedding dress on my wedding day,
can you imagine trying to diffuse that?
That's crazy.
That's insane. So I have like this special. It's just like a hairstylist. How you have special things you have to go to the store. You have to have a license to get.
Right.
I have a special.
Okay.
Cleaning. It's a spot cleaning thing that the seamstresses use. Like we use it in the bridal shops.
Uh-huh.
So I learned to use this particular thing for it gets everything.
Hello.
Blood, wine, just to create markers. Anything you can think of, it gets it out in a second. And I have that. I'm not gonna give my secrets, but let me tell you, don't let nothing happen. Yeah. Don't let nothing happen. Don't let nothing happen on my watch that I know I can fix. It's not gonna happen. So not only that, I had this one particular bride.
Mm-hmm.
She actually was a friend. When I first started my business, I look back and see how many people are actually like family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the creation of the concierge first started. So I had a friend that was getting married and she purchased her dress offline. Okay. She knew I make dresses. I'm just leave that alone. But some people try to save money.
Uh-huh.
So she purchased a dress offline, and the first dress she showed me was like a $5,000 dress. It was a beautiful dress.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, get it. So she saw it online for like $150. The same dress, because some people, they steal the images from the designer and they post it on their page and they remake it.
Yeah.
But sometimes it don't be nothing like yes. So that happened to her. She was like, I'm just gonna buy it just to see.
Oh no.
So she bought the dress. She said, I'm not gonna open it till I get there. Because she came.
Oh no.
Open that dress. I was just like, oh my goodness. The fabric, like I wish I had a picture of it so I could explain how awful. It was nothing I even could do. Typically, I could do something to it, like change something. But just the fabric. I literally had to cut all the fabric off and remake the whole dress. I said, girl, please. At least it was $150. That's all I could tell her. I said, I'm not about, because you want to spend another $1,000 for me to redo it. So she went on and she purchased the dress. I think she was just most brides trying to be like, oh, I can get this at lesser cost.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's not the way to go. I feel like that's the way it's accustomed to. Like,
and what does that go back to? Invest in your look on your wedding day. You pay for what you get. For sure.
And then that same bride, she bought the dress. She wanted to buy the nice dress, which is fine. But she was planning, like she made a mistake and put she didn't make a mistake. She put her bra, I don't know why she did it. Her bra, her slip, her veil in the dry cleaners. I think it was the Thursday before her wedding. She was getting married on a Sunday. She took it to the dry cleaners to get clean for whatever reason. Brides, listen to this. You do not have to do that. And I understand if you want to wash your undergarments. I'm not saying like bra and underwear. But she took it to the dry cleaners and her wedding was on a Sunday. So dry cleaners are closed on Sundays. And I think she just, it just so much happened and she completely forgot. So on the way to her venue, that morning she went to the dry cleaner was closed. So she called me. I do not have no bra, I don't have no slip. I have a veil. What am I going to do? So I was like, okay. Girl, I got you. Okay. Veils, slips, bra, on hand. Okay. I was just about to leave. I swear, girl, God, I was just about to leave the house. And actually, it was one of her bridesmaids that called me.
Yeah.
Carmela, oh my gosh, what? It was so bad. She called. I said, don't worry about it. I got you. How far are you away? Because my intentions actually wasn't to. I was a guest at the wedding. Actually, my intentions wasn't to do the concierge service. But when they called in a panic, I just went straight and I grabbed everything I had. I had brought extra stuff just because I came in that dressing room. When I showed up to that wedding, and it was a full compact bridal suite. Mm-hmm. They came in there. You would have thought I was God. They parted the seat. Stay
ready. You ain't gotta get ready.
They parted the seat, girl. Here's your veil. Here's your slip. Here's your bra. They was like, girl, I don't know. Didn't nobody even know how to lace up the corset. That's another thing. Lacing up the corset correctly. So I was able to do it in minutes because the wedding lady was already. I got there. Like I said, I wasn't planning on being there early. I was a guest. So the wedding was already. I was like an hour out from the wedding, so it was already running behind. So we got everything together. Got her down the aisle, you would have never known. But she thanked me so much. Like just the simplest things that you don't think about that can happen.
Yeah.
Bra slip. I actually had it happen in another wedding. Same thing. Different scenario. Like I think she forgot her panties. Something like crazy. And like I said, bridesmaids are getting dressed. They cannot run out. Like your bridesmaids, your mother, even a coordinator.
Yeah.
They can't run out.
Yeah.
The wedding about to start. Like, So I ran to Target, bought, I think she had left her jewelry. It was something crazy. It was just like something minute. She had a little necklace she wanted to wear. So I went to the store. She just at Target. I went, bought the same necklace, bought everything, brought it back to her, and everything was good. So it's little things like that people don't think about that happens because it's so chaotic a lot of times. So I'm there just to create that safe haven. Like, okay, don't worry about if you have a headache. Oh, I got Motrin. If you got anything, we are there. Like my daughter, she's the runner. My daughter's the runner, so she's the one to say, "Hey, could you run to the store real quick, or could you do something real quick, or could you run downstairs to the lobby and grab some coffee?" So I'm there beside the bride every step of the way. So she runs and do all the running stuff, and so opens the door. I make sure you're completely fluffed out, like before the ceremony starts. Like I'm pretty much the last person you see before you walk down the aisle. So
booking you is like getting insurance. Wedding day bridal insurance. Okay, because hello, booking you is like that's the backup to the backup. Okay,
back up to the backup.
Back up to the
if
backup.
You want to make sure because you call that coordinator someone, I ain't got no bra, no slip. The coordinator like, what the? Here it is.
Here it is.
Yes. So
pull it out. I love that.
Yeah. So that's why I think the bridal team is very important to have to make your day goes perfect. And we are the ultimate team. If you haven't picked up on it now, yes, Miss Rowe, my 20th anniversary. Okay, she showed up and showed out. Let me tell y'all, I cannot like. The day after I sat back and me and my husband would just, you just go over, because that day is coming, you got all these thoughts in your mind. Mm-hmm. It's like most brides do. And the day came and went, but the next day we sat back, we was like, this is too much. Because we're always on the bride's team. Mm-hmm. You never really sit back and let someone else like do it for you. So, I know no one will really understand what you did so much, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I said behind the scenes.
Yeah,
get it behind the scenes for me and my family. Like we really appreciate it. So she went beyond being a hairstylist. Like she stepped in. Like I was one of them DIY brides. Okay, I wanted to do everything myself.
Everything was on point.
Yeah, right. I was one of
DIY. Everything was on point.
And it's more so like a micro wedding. They call them now.
Yes.
So it's like pretty much under 10 people. Like between 8 to 10 people was considered a micro wedding, and we just wanted to have a small setting. We didn't really want a lot of people, because I think when you do initially do a big wedding, you do have the everybody, 110 people, and don't nobody really care. They just there for the food, the venue, and the dress. That's all they care about is those three things.
Did you have a big wedding, your first wedding?
We went to the courthouse.
Oh, nice.
We actually did. And I'm not going to lie. I did say, 10 years, we're going to do it big, 20 years, we'll do it big, but look, you know what? Now I'm in it. I'm like, the wedding is just for everyone else. It really is. And don't get me wrong. If you want to do it for everybody, that's fine. Because some families, they want you to do it all. But we wanted to do something small. Yeah. And that's what we did. And being a DIY bride, meaning like doing everything yourself, wanting to do, I thought about doing my own hair, I thought about doing my own makeup. And I was like, no, my daughter, who was one of my assistants as well, and she convinced, like, Mom, maybe you should hire someone to come help. You do everything already. Like, I was like, okay. So I started looking. The first person I went to was Miss Rowe. I didn't even look for any other hairstylists. Okay, I went straight there. Are you available this week?
Right, listen.
I sure did.
Yeah.
And then when she came, she was on time. And I always had some champagne flowing. I had some champagne going, and she was in her element. Like she didn't even speak to nobody. I mean, she came in, she got her bag together, she got her stuff together. I said, "Oh, so let me move out the way. Let me move out the way." It was like, let me think,
I'm here to work.
She came to work. Okay, she was dressed to the nines, and that definitely matters. Okay, she was dressed, and because I had so many by me doing bridal, I have so many TikToks in mind that I want to do, and then sometimes I can do, and sometimes I can't. I said, but I know what I'm gonna do for myself. So I was like, if they come dressed, meaning hair and makeup, they will be a part of the video. So Ms. Rowe came, she understood the assignment. Okay, she's been in the business for a while, so she knows. So she came dressed, and we did our TikToks, and we did everything. And then, of course, time sometimes gets away because again, we were doing everything ourselves. So, she was time cognizant, and she made sure I got in my dress. She helped me get dressed. Her and my daughter both helped me get dressed, and just help with the whole everything. I don't even think you even knew anything about format or anything. Like I said, just why you be.
I didn't. And you know what? I'll say when the vibe is right, when the energy is right, when God puts it on your heart to do that, it just happens naturally. I wasn't even thinking about it. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. What you need. Again, she just has this very contagious energy that is very enjoyable to be around. So it was nothing for me to, kind of jump into other different bags outside of just being a hairstylist. But you looked absolutely beautiful that day. I know I can't make my own wedding dress. She made her own wedding dress. I mean, she literally made everything herself.
My husband's outfit as well.
Her husband, he looked.
Yeah. Okay. We were going for like king and queen.
Yes. And it was giving royalty.
Yeah.
It was giving royalty for sure.
Yeah.
No, but you look beautiful, and it was just such a pleasure to be here with you and your family. If you guys ever get the chance to experience her in person, you are just so like, she really, first of all, even on the day when I was trying to just help, she couldn't sit down.
I know.
I literally had to be like, oh, I got that. But it just also goes to show how big your heart is, and and that she truly has a gift in sewing and seeing, making beautiful dresses, like everything that you do. Like I call
it making brides' dreams come true, one bride at a time. So even if it was me that day, I couldn't even sit down, but you made my dreams come true. You made my dreams come true. I told my husband, I looked at picture, I said, I have never just sat down. Like, he was like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, let me just sit down.
And she was so ready. It's like, you was ready. Like, okay, what I got to do? I'm like, girl.
Yes. Like, it's okay.
Down. So I think that also goes to show that it's really important for a bride to really just take a second. Like,
yes,
queen, you do enough. You do enough. You are always there for everybody else. Like, let somebody else be there for you. And I feel like as a hairstylist, like that's who I become on the days that I visit you and make you beautiful for your wedding day. Like, I'm helping you,
Yeah. I'm just glad that I booked you. I really am. Because I don't know if I would have gotten it from anybody else, but I'm glad that you were there for me in so many different ways that you had, and we had fun. We had so much fun.
We were laughing. It was like I was just with the family.
Yes, we had so much fun. Like they helped cook. Like it was just beyond. So I'm gonna put a YouTube video about the ceremony. Yeah. She's gonna be all through the video.
Shout out to Kirsten too, the makeup artist.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, Kirsten.
Her name right, Kirsten?
Yes,
Kirsten. Kirsten.
Yeah. She was there too, y'all.
Shout out to the makeup artist. That's my girl. That was also another really genuine
connection, right?
Yeah, like when you find the right bridal team, I think that is just so important. Even as from a client standpoint, not even that you're already in the industry. Yes. I think it's so good to have the right makeup artist, the right bridal hairstylist, the right concierge, the right seamstress, the right, like everything has to hit. It's important.
It does. Yeah. It is important. So as we are building, our team, we want to have a one-stop shop. So that's the goal, to have a one-stop shop. We want to give away all our secrets, but we definitely want to be a one-stop shop service. Like a lot of these vendors now are doing everything. They do the floral, they do the catering, they do pictures, they do. It's so many things that the venue, right? The venue does. So it kind of limits us some. Now they're even starting to get into hair and makeup. So you definitely want to we're trying to build our own team. So it's a one-stop shop for everything: hair, makeup, styling, everything. If I can get photography, all of it. I want all in one big package so you can just sign it and then be like, all right, boom, I don't have to worry about none of that. That's where the whole concierge come in, to have like a bridal team, glam team, a glam team. So where can people find you?
At Rowe_the stylist. That's ROWE _ the stylist on Instagram, on TikTok, on Threads,
all of
it, on
Facebook too. Yep. All of it. Yeah, we got to be everywhere in a sense. Yes, they have these platforms now. They're doing. Are you on Twitter?
I am not on Twitter. I was on Twitter like when it first came out, and then I
it's Twitter for us though.
I don't know who. Twitter seemed like it was like once upon a place, like the place to be.
One time,
right? Now I'm like, I don't know. Ever since it turned into X,
X. That's what it's called.
I don't know what that's about, and I got on Threads, and because I'm hearing that it's very similar to Twitter, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But it's too much. Sometimes the social media is too much.
It is.
Honestly.
And you know what else I know what thing about social media? A lot of times when we post our work, it's already done. Like the customer's already the hair is already done, the dress is already made. You know what I'm saying? So we're just really just posting it to show you our customers, our work. You know what I'm saying? So we don't, yes, the likes and subscribes and everything helps. Don't get me wrong, the comments help. But you guys know we already invested the time. We already invested the energy. So we just want you to see it. So just in case anyone else is looking, you can have the same experience.
Yeah.
That's probably what it's for. So it's not even necessarily about the likes, but we want you to see what you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, behind. So sometimes you can do a full-on production and all of that. But sometimes it's just the little things that you see in between that really brides don't think about. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I too, it's on its way, but I will also be having a YouTube channel as well.
Yes.
So I'm so excited to be one of your first guests on this amazing platform that you have created, and very inspiring. So thank you for that. Seriously. Yes. So I'll be launching mine soon. Y'all stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned. And
she'll be on my channel next.
Yes, and she'll be asking me all the things.
Exactly.
But you guys, again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Miss Rowe, like I said, she's a beautiful hairstylist. Please reach out to her for anything brides 2025, 26, 27, 28. Just book early because we get booked the business. Okay. Yeah. So you guys, I am going to be doing more interviews with more vendors from the bridal industry. This is going to be a segment of the channel where I'm going to be doing a lot of interviews with bridal stylists, hairstylists, makeup artists, florists, anything in the bridal industry, you guys. So you'll have a lot to learn and a lot to see. And just so you guys can get your vendors, you know, from me, you know what I'm saying? From not necessarily from me, but just vendors that you like, that you would like to use for yourself, services that you would use for yourself. Because again, concierge is a number of things, and I want you to have a big vendors list when you come to me. I want to give you the ultimate vendors list, so you guys don't have to go far. You can just search everything we have, and then know that each person is qualified. Everybody is serious about their business, and you know, being in the bridal industry is definitely serious business to be reckoned with. Okay, so you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. I want you to follow my girl Rowe, the Atlanta hairstylist. She is the best. You guys go follow her, hit her up for all the good businesses that you need, services that you need, and you guys, we'll be back with more behind the scenes with Mela Couture, the bridal industry. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys so much.